This is the only video you need to stop scrolling. If you are addicted to scrolling like I was, please don't click away. Because this one habit was secretly killing my confidence, my focus, my energy. Kept waking up feeling empty, wasting hours online, comparing myself and then hating myself eventually, who I was becoming. But then I found the cheat code, something backed by psychology that actually broke the cycle. Not the detox, not the fake motivation, something real. I'm giving it to you step by step because this might be the turning point you didn't know you needed it. So if you are new to the channel, hello, my name is Nigora and I am an international student who is juggling studies while building my online business. And I'm not some guru with it all figured out. I'm still growing, but I have struggled with scrolling addiction myself and almost took over my life. But I found a way out and now I'm sharing exactly what worked for me. So, if you're tired of wasting time and ready to turn your phone into a tool for success, you are in the right place. I have been there, and there was a time when I had planned my day with best intentions. I would grab my phone for what I promised it would be just 2 minutes, just to check a notification or maybe scroll for a quick second. But those 2 minutes would turn into 2 hours, and suddenly I would look up and the entire day had split away from me. The problem wasn't me. It was how I was using my phone. And I had become a content consumer, endlessly scrolling, absorbing what others created, but not creating for myself. It felt like the more I scrolled, the more disconnected I became from my goals. I looked at the person in the mirror and didn't recognize who I have become. I felt like the most unproductive, unsuccessful person in the world. It wasn't just happening once in a while, it was a cycle. I kept making the same mistakes over and over again, scrolling, feeling guilty, and then... So it was exhausting, but then something clicked. I realized that the problem wasn't the phone. It wasn't even the distractions. The problem was how I was using social media, and I wanted to take my life back to regain focus, control, my goals, my potential. If you are struggling with the same thing, I want you to know you don't have to stay stuck either. We can break the cycle together, but I know if you have ever found yourself in the trap of mindlessly scrolling through your phone, wondering where the time went, I want you to know you are not alone. What I'm about to share could change the way you view social media forever. Stick with me because I will show you exactly how I broke free from this cycle, how you can do too. Now, you might be wondering, okay, that's my story, but how did I break free? And how did I turn it around? Here is the part that changed everything for me. The solution wasn't as complicated as I thought, but it took a shift in how I approached my relationship with my phone and social media. If you are tired of wasting time and feeling stuck, this is a game-changing solution you have been waiting for. Keep watching to find out exactly what I did. So, what did I do? How did I break free from this cycle? The first thing I realized was that I need to change the way I use social media. It wasn't about cutting it out completely, either using it intentionally to create, learn, and grow, instead of just mindless scrolling. Here's where it gets interesting. I start by setting clear boundaries. I use it in called app block to block access to social media during my most productive hours. But there is one moment that truly opened my eyes. One day I decided to take it a step further and I blocked all my social media pages for an entire day just to see what would happen. And let me tell you, the day completely changed my perspective. I woke up and went about my day without the constant urge to check Instagram or Twitter. I wasn't comparing my life to others. I wasn't scrolling through posts and stories. And I was a self-satisfied person. And I was living in the present, fully focused on myself and my surroundings. It felt so freeing. I had been living on autopilot before, just existing but not living. But now I was truly living. So it wasn't just about limiting time, it was about changing my mindset. I stopped treating social media like something I needed to check every single minute. So instead I began using it as a tool to learn, grow, even promote my own business. The same phone I used to waste time became the device that could unlock opportunities for me. To creating values and building my business was right there in my hands. Now I want to share this with you. Use app block, it's free, and set up a block social media for just 1 day a week. I started blocking it for an entire day each week, and that simple act had a massive impact on my focus, my productivity, and my overall mental clarity. It might sound small, but trust me, it's game changer. I encourage you to give it a try. Take one day to disconnect from social media and focus on your life, your goals, yourself, and you will be surprised by how much it changed everything. Here is the thing, limiting my time on social media was just the beginning, and it helped me to get back my focus, but it also opened up a much bigger realization. The real question isn't just how to stop wasting time, but what are you doing with the time you are getting back? Because the next part, this is what can truly change your life. If you have ever felt stuck, there is more to life than just scrolling and surviving. Keep watching. I'm about to show you how the extra time can turn into your biggest opportunity. And the real question isn't just how to stop wasting time, but what are you doing with the time you are getting back? Because this next part, this is what can truly change your life. And if you have ever felt stuck, there is more to live. I'm about to show you how the extra time can turn into your biggest opportunity, and this is where everything clicked for me. The more time I spent away from mindless scrolling, the more I saw the truth. I wasn't lazy, the task wasn't lazy, it was just that I had trained my brain to be a content consumer instead of creating the content. So I made a choice. I started using my phone not to compare myself to others, but to build my dream life. I began studying digital marketing, learning from online courses and creating content instead of consuming it. It's when I realized that the same phone that used to waste my time could now build my future. So, here's my question for you. If you are also living in this world with the same access to the internet and the same device in your head, why shouldn't you use these opportunities too? Why not start today with what you already have? And you don't need to be genius. You don't need to have 1 million followers. You just need to decide. And I'm going to scroll through other people's lives or start building my own. Will I just exist or will I live fully, boldly, and on purpose? This is your chance to take your time back and turn it into transformation, not just for your life, but for the lives of others. Because when you rise, you will inspire others too. That's the power of using your phone with purpose. Think about it for a moment. If you are spending hours scrolling through social media while someone else is using that same phone to build a business, change your life, doesn't that make you stop and wonder? They live in the same world as you. You both have access to the internet, to social media, to the same tools, and the only difference is how they use them. Or look at Sarah's finance. She starts posting short videos about finance and side hustles. And today, she earns over 6 figures a month with affiliate marketing, brand deals, and digital products. And they both started with what they had. You already have a phone and decision to use it differently. This is your sign to stop scrolling your life away and start building something real, not just for yourself, but for your future, your freedom and your purpose. Your phone can be your biggest distraction or your most powerful tool. You decide, the choices in your hands.